Good morning, the Honorable Examiners. My name is Yohana Christin, one of students of English Department, batch 2017, and today I would like to present my thesis proposal entitled Attitudes of English Department Students Toward Singlish. So the first thing that I want to point out is the background of this study. Why did I choose this topic to be conducted? So English has been used in most countries all over the world. English not only used in the Western countries or in Europe, but English is also used in Asian. One of countries that use English in their countries is Singapore. English was firstly arrived in Singapore by the British East Indian Company in 1819. So after the World War II and after the independence, the usage of English was increasing in Singapore. There are 23% of Singaporeans use English as their official languages. So English has a role as the main language in Singapore, besides the Malay, Mandarin, and Tamil. And then there are variations of English used in Singapore. The first one is Standard Singaporean English, or SSE, and Singaporean Colloquial English, or SCE, or also most famous known as Singlish. So the Standard Singaporean English is used in the more official context, such as politics, education, news, or in television programs. Meanwhile, the Singaporean Colloquial English, or Singlish, is used in more informal situations, such as among family and friends. So there are significant differences between the Standard Singaporean English and the Singaporean Colloquial English, or Singlish itself. The differences we can see in this example. In Standard English, we usually say, can you give me a lift? But in Singlish, it is only said, can I follow your car? In another example, in Standard English, we have to say, turn on the light, please. But in Singlish, it is only said, on the light, please. So there are many different perceptions of Singaporeans toward Singlish. The policy makers has criticized the Singlish as bad or broken English because it threatens the proficiency in Standard English. And then there are many Singaporeans public view that Singlish is bad or broken English because it is very different and it is very different from the Standard English. On the other hand, the government of Singapore also diminished Singlish as an obstacle to the economic growth and prosperity in Singapore. And then also the Speak Good English movement, or SGEM, also promoted the campaign of using and learning the Standard Singaporean English. So this issue has been debated among the Singaporeans who agree with the government and the Singaporeans who agree with the existence of Singlish. So this phenomenon has triggered many linguists to identify the attitude of people towards Singlish. Attitude is the evaluation or an assessment to a particular thing or an issue, or in another word, attitude is how people react to something exists or happen around them. So so in identifying attitudes, a researcher has to measure the perception or the attitudes of the respondents. So through this phenomenon, I, as a researcher, intends to conduct a research about the language attitude towards Singlish. In this occasion, the researcher wants to know the knowledge on Singlish, and then the attitude toward Singlish, and then what determines the attitude of English department student towards Singlish. So the research question is the first one, what is knowledge of Singlish and what the attitude of English department student, and the second one is what determines the attitude of English department students towards Singlish. So the objective of this study is the first one to investigate the knowledge on Singlish and the attitudes towards Singlish of English department student, and the second objective is to identify what determines the attitude of English department students towards Singlish. So the scope of this study is the study focuses on the knowledge, the attitudes, and the factors influencing the attitude of English department students towards Singlish. This research will examine the respondents' perception through sociolinguistic perspective using direct method by Peter Garrett in 2010. So method of this study is the data will be compiled by using direct method and supported by Made Indrawan Jendra and other sociolinguists. And then the source of data of this research is some active students of English department batch 2017, and then method of data collection is will use questionnaire, and then the method of data analysis is using the direct method by Garrett. Method of presenting the data is the researcher will show the result of the analysis through tables and diagrams, and then also the detailed explanation. And then review of related studies. I have reviewed 5 related studies to my topic. They are 3 undergraduate theses and 2 journal articles that studied the language attitude and Singlish. One example of the related studies is an undergraduate thesis written by Aisyah in 2019, entitled Language Attitudes of 12th Grade Students of SMA Negeri 9 Padang Toward the Use of English in KV's Menu Book. She is an undergraduate student of English department, Andalus University. So in this study, Aisyah found that most of students have positive attitudes towards the use of English in the KV's Menu Book, but in this research, the Aisyah did not clarify the significance of choosing them as the respondents. So it is the weaknesses of the study. And then definition of key terms. There are definition of language attitude and Singlish. In theoretical framework, there are language varieties. There are features of Singapore English. Which is history, phonology, lexicon, and grammar. And then there are many different attitudes towards Singlish have been elaborated in the thesis proposal. And then there is sociolinguistics, standardization in language, definition of attitudes, the role of attitudes, the structure of attitudes, and main approaches to the study of language attitudes. And then the last one is factor influencing language attitudes. So that's all my presentation regarding to my thesis proposal. Thank you so much for hearing me. I do apologize if there are many mistakes. Thank you so much.